everyone, welcome back to the YouTube. Today I'm going to take you through the exercises that you should be doing to get you on the road to your first pull-up. So we're going to get straight into it. We're going to start over at the TRX. Now TRX is good because it's just going to get you managing the percentage of your body weight. So it's a really nice bridge between doing nothing and then the pull-up. So all I want you to do here is walk yourself out. You're going to start relatively upright, so you can see I'm not at there's not an angle here too much. So all I'm going to do is squeeze my shoulder blades to initiate the pull, keep my elbows nice and close, making sure that my hips are forward, so I'm not sagging them down like this at the bottom of the rep, okay? Once you've started doing this, it's good to get some sets, probably between 8 and 12 in, to get a bit more volume. Once you're comfortable with this, you can walk your feet forwards, because the lower I go, the harder it's going to be, because I'm having to manage more of my body weight, okay? And then you can make that progressively harder before we move on to our next exercise. Right, so next up is very similar. We're going to move from TRX inverted row over to a barbell inverted row. This is a step up simply because with the TRX, because of the nature it's on straps, you can sort of maneuver it around your body a little bit. Obviously with a barbell, there's no fucking way you're bending this around you. So it just makes it a little bit harder. So that's why we're going to use this as our next step, okay? So you're looking at a similar rep range, so probably about 8 to 12 again, 3 to 4 sets, a couple of times a week. All I'm going to do, bring my feet forwards, again squeeze the shoulder blades, pull myself up, again keeping the hips forward. Obviously, you can change the angle again to manipulate how difficult the movement is, but it's just another good way of making sure that we're nice and controlled with our rows to take us that next step before we move on to banded pull-ups. This is the first time we're going to pull ourselves up from the bar. Now, the way I set this up is that a bit different to what a lot of people will do, because a lot of people will just tie the band at the top. You can do that, but I think a little bit more of a beginner-friendly way is to use the J-hooks or the pins. All I'm going to do is put the band on one, pull it across onto the other, and I'm still going to get some recoil here. The higher you have the pins, the more help you're going to get, because the more it can stretch from your body weight, which is going to give you more recoil to pull yourself up. The lower it is, the harder it will be. Obviously, your thickness of band will affect that too, okay? Now all I'm going to do, step on the band, like so, and now we can perfect our pull-up form. So as I pull myself up, I want my chest to be nice and proud, and all I'm looking to do is keep the elbows nice and close. I'm not flaring them away like this. I'm bringing them towards me, towards the middle of my back, like so, okay? Rep range, slightly less reps now because it's going to be quite hard. So probably looking anywhere from the 6 to 10 region on this before we move on to our next exercise, where we're going to be taking our full body weight for the first time. Okay, so this next exercise is the first time we're going to be using our full body weight. We're going to be performing the eccentric portion of a pull-up. Now, the eccentric is simply where the muscle lengthens, so that's our lowering phase of a pull-up. All I'm is help use the bench or anything I want to step on to help almost jump up to the bar and then come down nice and slowly for our eccentric, okay? I want you to be as slow as possible. So you're looking at an absolute minimum of 3 seconds, but anywhere probably from 3 to 7 or 8 seconds on the way down. You'll perform this for less reps. So you're going to be performing this for 3 to 5 reps because it is quite hard. So all I do to start with would be getting onto the bar, but with at least 1 foot on the bench, push off the bench till we get to the top, and then lower myself down nice and slow till I'm at full extension, back on the bench, same thing again, push up, slowly down, like so, okay? Once you're sort of comfortable with that, you can make it a little bit harder by adding what we call an isometric. So we're just going to hold it at the top a little bit longer. So you can hold it dead at the top for 3 seconds or so. So all I'm going to do is do the same again, so jump up, but now I'm holding it for a few seconds at the top before I start lowering myself down, okay? So that's the first time we're using our body weight. So the only thing for us to do now is move on to our actual pull-ups. Okay, so now you've done all of these exercises, it's time for you to attempt your first pull-up. We need to remember to be using the same cues that we had on the concentric, so going up on the banded pull-up, where we're looking to keep the chest nice and big, we're looking to meet the elbows towards the middle of our back. Obviously, you want to control it on the way down, so we're not just dropping down too quickly and then not being able to do another one, okay? So, putting it all together, you can still step off the bench into a dead hang like so. Make sure you've got your lats engaged, and then we're using those cues and controlling it get some nice smooth pull-ups. You might only get one to start with, but if you keep trying, keep practicing this, you will get your second and your third, etc. very quickly. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Obviously, the usual business, please drop it a like, comment, subscribe, or whatever you fancy doing below. I don't really care. So either way, I'll see you in the next video. And yeah, that's it.